Hello, hello, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Christopher with Plan Your Truth, and in today's video, we're doing a little bit of a travel vlog. I'm going to Canada. I can't even believe it. So this is a work trip for my full-time job. It is currently Tuesday morning. It's like at 9 something. I have to leave here in a couple minutes, but I'm making a hot tea and some Pop-Tarts just to have some breakfast in me before the long travel day. Although I say long, and it's actually, I think, going to be a shorter travel day than when I go to Florida. Canada's closer than Florida. But I'm going to a conference for my full-time job, and I still want to take you guys along. I'm traveling. How fun is this? We're going to a new country, and I don't have a ton of experience recently, I should say post-pandemic, with like immigration and going to a different country. Before, if you didn't know, before, like when I was in college, I studied abroad and I went to 11 different countries in the span of like 3 months. It was the best time. So I loved traveling abroad, but I haven't done it in a while. So in this video, I'm gonna take you for the travel portion, show you my hotel room, and then we will explore a little bit in Toronto. I'll have some free time tonight and I'll kind of check in with you along the way. I'm sure I'll get pockets of free time throughout the conference. So anyway, let's go to Canada, and I'm excited to take you along for the ride. So I'm at a different airport, Philly Airport, and I used obviously different things to park and get here. It was not it. I'll tell you when we're inside. I would not recommend this place I used, but we're here. I'm looking for the TSA pre-check line, and we're gonna get to our gate and make sure our gate is still there, and then we'll figure out food. Oh, it's been a whirlwind. Okay, so ARB parking is what I used here at the Philly airport. It was not it, you guys. The guys were rude. I was charged more than I was quoted. The shuttle was like, I felt unsafe. Like the shuttle was like this rinky-dink white like van that you tell your kids not to get into, and I got into, and it was just hot, and it was not it. So that was a rough first experience. Then I guess, I don't know if the Philly airport's a lot bigger than the BWI airport, which is what I'm used to, maybe. But there's like a million terminals, and it was confusing because I technically have an international flight right now. I technically have an international flight right now to Canada, right? But the American Airlines International terminal is Terminal A, but my boarding pass says Terminal F. So it's very confusing. But anyway, we're here. TSA pre-check was not really existent at Terminal F. So it took a while, but we're inside. We still have about an hour till boarding, and I need to get some food. I'm starving. So if you ever find yourself in Terminal Terminal F at the Philadelphia International Airport, here's some options. We're gonna come back though, because you know how I am. I need to first make sure my gate exists and that everything looks good. So there is also this sit-down place, but since I'm on the company dime for my full-time job, I am going to try and be thoughtful of that and find something, I don't even know, under $15 I feel like is appropriate for an airport meal. But we still have some time, so I'm just gonna make sure my gate exists, and then we will figure out the food situation. I feel silly because this is far away. Like I've just spent like 7 minutes walking, and I'm gonna have to do like, well, that's exaggerating, maybe like 4 minutes walking, but I'm gonna have to do those same 4 minutes walking back. But I just want to make sure it doesn't say on the computer screens yet that this is the right flight, but the gate is here and we still have plenty of time. So now literally gonna walk 31 gates the other way back to the food where we just were. Why do we do this? I don't know, but I know I'm not alone. I know a lot of you guys do this too. I lied, I was at the wrong gate. I was at F31 and I'm actually at F37, and it is on the screen. So it said 57 minutes until boarding, so plenty of time to go get something to eat. And then we'll be off to Canada. What the heck? We went with Qdoba because it comes with queso and guac and everything for free. So this was still like 16 bucks, but for an airport meal, not too bad. Alright, I've just been sitting and reading at my gate, but we just had a gate change and we're supposed to begin boarding in just like a minute or two, so hopefully that is still the case and we're not delayed. This is a smaller airplane than I'm used to, so I'm a little bit, not nervous, but it's just like a little baby plane. She is little, you guys. I gotta crouch. On our way, I think, to customs. I don't know, I haven't done international in a while. Here we go. Let's do it. We are here. We are in Canada, in Toronto to be exact. I am staying at the Hyatt Regency in Toronto. So I'm gonna show you the room. And in this video, I also wanna show you, while I'm not going to necessarily show you like the conference that I'm here for, because that's for my full-time job, I'll show you the spaces. Maybe you're coming to a conference here in Toronto at this hotel. So I want to show you around the hotel. It's beautiful. And then we'll get out and explore Toronto a little bit tonight as well. I'm feeling tired though, and my stomach is a little upset. The flight was not it, you guys. Hold on, more on that in a second. Let me show you this beautiful room. So we walk in here, immediately have closet and a safe. Since I have my passport, I may actually utilize the safe on this trip, but this is nice to help store some of your stuff. I am right next to the elevator, so stay tuned if I end up hating that, because the elevator is like on the other side of this wall. But let's see what we're working with here. Are these drawers? Oh my, they're like different shaped kind of drawers. That's kind of cool. This is all complimentary. They told me at check-in. There's some water and obviously like the normal coffee tea moments. Ice bucket. And then this wall has the TV built into it. There is a nice desk, and I'm sure we're gonna see lots of like USBs and things like that, right? Yeah, or at least plugs. So that's good. This is a full, like what is it called? Convention center. Nice chair. It looks like this is going to be a beverage cooler. It's not super cool in here, but it would keep things a little bit chilly in comparison. Let's turn you around. Let's look at our view really quick. There's this big thing, like you can't see out the main window, but if we come over here and like pivot this way, we can see a little bit. This is like, I guess we're in downtown Toronto, so we can kind of see some of the buildings and stuff. I think that's a famous, like, I think that may be like the CNN tower. That's like a famous thing, kind of hidden back there. But anyway, so that's the view. Ooh, we got a little subway or something running past there, or a trolley car. And then this is so weird. Like this piece, it like this is at least a foot or a foot and a half. So like, what's back there? That seems like dead space. And even like the bed, like there's this shelf here, which I guess could be useful, but like I like to sleep with my pillows like on the wall, so I'll probably readjust a little bit. But anyway, sorry. That was just something unique, I thought. And there's these mirrors. It's a cool room for sure. So we got 2 beds, and there's plenty of end tables. One there, one in the middle, and one there. And then this is also like this goes into the bathroom. I wonder if you can open it. Like it feels like it can be opened. I don't think I'm gonna try it because I don't need to open it. But anyway, here's the bathroom. Like look, doesn't it look like, yeah, I think it's like a window, but I'm not gonna mess with it. We're gonna let that be. Sink area. throne, and shower. So I just want to collapse. The nice thing about having 2 beds and only 1 person is that even though I feel gross right now, I can lay in one of the beds. I'll just sleep in the other bed. You know what I mean? Like, one bed will be gross me bed. The other one will be clean, fresh me to actually sleep in. So let's go have a lie down. All right, bed science time. And it feels a little dark in here. There are like reading lights, but there's no other big light that I'm missing. And this area, there's not really like a light here, but it's fine since the daylight's coming in. Okay. Bed science. Oh, she is like, I was gonna say plump. That's not the word. She is soft. Okay. Let's talk about my flight. The plane was small and rickety, and I really thought I was gonna die. And I'm a seasoned traveler, but that was the smallest plane I've ever been on. It was very, very tight. The armrests, I feel like I cannot lay like this to talk to you. Is this better? Are we doing better? The armrest didn't come up. So, you know, sometimes like if you're on an aisle, you can kind of put the armrest up and then have a little spillover or whatever into the, like for us plus size individuals. There was none of that. You were like locked and loaded. And I usually don't have issue with, leg room. Like usually it's very tight, but it's not so tight that I'm uncomfortable. On this plane, my knee was like in the back of the chair in front of me. So this was a very tight plane. Walking onto the plane, I had to duck. Like even walking down the aisle, my head, I couldn't stand straight. I had to walk like this or like hunched over. So it was a very small plane. And it just was, there was a lot of turbulence, and I don't know if it was because it was bad weather or just because it was a small plane. I think I've heard that smaller planes have more turbulence. Don't quote me on that. Maybe I'll do some research on that. But anyway, flight, not the vibe. But we landed, we made it. I want to talk about the immigration situation though, because that's something I haven't done in a couple years, and I definitely haven't vlogged and talked about it with you guys. So there were a lot of people in immigration, a lot of people. And there was a sign that said it was like a 30-minute wait. Not awful, I guess, but 30 minutes is 30 minutes when you want to like get to vacation or get to your hotel or whatever. My boss actually told me about an app called Arrive Can. Like it's ARRIVECAN. And it allows you to go into an express lane because you kind of basically pre-do all the questions and everything. And then I just went into an express lane, scanned my passport, it printed out a ticket, and I was on my way. Like legit, it took a minute in comparison. So that saved me like 30 minutes for sure. So I 10 out of 10 recommend that. And it's something I want to start talking to my clients a little bit more about, even if it's within the US. Because sometimes, like, think about getting to the MCO airport. It can be a disaster. I have TSA pre-check, so it's not bad for me. But there are other things. Like there's something called Clear. There's so many different things now available at airports to just expedite the process, whether it's before the flight or after. So it's something that I want to research for my clients as well, no matter where they're flying from, to just as an option. If they want to have a stress-free, less wait time kind of situation at the airport. So if you are arriving internationally, definitely look into if that country you're arriving in has some sort of app or express situation. So that was great. But anyway, now we're here. My conference does not start till tomorrow morning, bright and early. So I have 0 plans tonight. I want to make sure that it's not going to rain because it's kind of looking gloomy outside. And as long as it's not, I would like to walk around Toronto a little bit. There are some other people here with the conference that I know of. I don't know them, but I know of. And so they reached, like we've connected. And so I may get dinner with them tonight. So we'll see. A lot is up in the air, but I'm going to take a moment to just charge my phone and relax because it was a rougher than usual travel day just because of that plane. And we are dressed. I put jeans on and a nice shirt. I'm meeting up with some people and we're gonna go walk to a restaurant. So I'm gonna shoot some clips of walking around Toronto now. And then I think I'll probably separate after dinner from them. So maybe we'll keep walking around. We'll see what we get up to tonight. But let's go see Toronto. I'm kind of excited. It's a little bit later now. I was a half hour early. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go lay down for another 20 minutes. But I wanna go down and show you the lobby before I meet up with them. So let's go do that now. So there's like lots of different entrances and floors and stuff, because I just peeked down and there's like a pond with fish. I know we'll walk around some of the other areas with the conference as well. I think the conference is up there. Let's just go peek. Why not? Let's just go up. There is a Starbucks, which is wonderful. That could be dangerous though for me financially. So we'll have to check that out in the morning and see how long the line is. But, oh look. This is like all set up here for our conference. So that's super exciting, but I gotta go downstairs. I feel like I shouldn't be here. We'll explore this area over the next couple days. But they were like working and I was like, I feel like I shouldn't be here. So let's go, I'll show you the main lobby area, and I think there's like a gift shop. So just really little. They have some bits and bobs in the gift shop and some Toronto items. I'm like, oh, I may want to get something that's like Canada, like a magnet or like a postcard or something. I don't know. I kind of want to take a look at that. I'm headed down to the lower level now. This is where there's like a pond, a conference center, and I think this is where the restaurant is. So we have King Street Social, kitchen and bar. I love this situation too, and there's like some seating area around. Look at the little fishy. And we'll see if we're down here for the conference at all. I think it's mainly up though. All right, now this is like, I think the main area. Like we came in under there. There's like a little awning for cars to pull up. Lobby bar area. This beautiful situation with more of the fishies. And then this is like a street entrance here for easy access to Toronto. So I'm just gonna wait here for my party. But so far it seems like a really cute hotel. And I'm excited to explore some more over the next couple days. But tonight's game plan is dinner with a couple people and just kind of walking around this area of Toronto. So let's get to it. Just locking myself in, I think. Yep, we are good. We are in. Ooh, what lighting is that? That is not it. We're back from all the things, and I wanted to update you. I didn't show you around too much. We just basically just did a beeline for the restaurant, and my meal was really good. I didn't film because I was with other people, and I'm here for work. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I have a YouTube channel too. Like, that's not why I'm here. But there are a couple opportunities tomorrow that I'll show you. We're going out to the waterfront, which is not too far. So that'll be really cool to show you. And then I'll still try and show like a little bit of the conference space and stuff. So that is all for tonight. I will see you guys in the morning, which will be just a second for you. Hello, my loves. It's the next day, but it's like later. I just had a full day of the conference. This hotel has a Starbucks, which is lovely. So I got myself like a hot tea. My throat hurts just a little bit, but I think it's like the weather, and I've been talking a lot at the conference and even before the conference, like with all the stuff I have going on. So I'm gonna insert over me talking right now some clips of like the conference areas. We had a really good lunch today, but the conference areas they were really nice. You know, nothing super fancy, I guess, but it had plenty of rooms. This is a smaller conference, so I'm thinking if it was like a huge conference, this space may not work. But it was great. The food was great. Tonight I'm really excited to show you tonight. We have a party that is on the waterfront, so that'll be really cool. So, and we're doing like a scenic walk to get there, which will be nice. It's like a 45-minute walk just to kind of view Toronto, and I think some of the locals will be with us so they can kind of show us around a little bit. But I am a little bit hungry because we had lunch a couple hours ago. I bought this is a Philly soft pretzel. I had bought it in Philly, in the airport. Hold on, I'm taking my belt off. It's like, oh, it's time to relax I have an hour until we have to leave. But I bought it in Philly, meaning to eat it on the plane, and it just never happened. So that is gonna be my snack right now. I love that for me. Hello, we're back in the room again. It's the next day. So dinner last night, really fabulous. We got some good food. I'm gonna open this up so hopefully some light can come into the room. We got some good food and drinks, and we were like out on the waterfront. I didn't get too much footage, just because, you know, I'm here on a professional trip with professional people, and I didn't want to keep whipping my phone out, but it was a good time. Yeah, last night was fun. Came back and then went to just like a corner bar right on the street where we got like actual dinner because I was still a little bit hungry. So that was good. And then today, it's later on now. We had a full day of sessions today and now we're done. Everything is pretty much wrapped up. I am going to get dinner with some of the people that I'm here with, but I still have like an hour or so I can just relax. And then after dinner, I'll kind of Google where we are on the maps, on the maps, if you will, just to kind of see if there's anything close by that's very Canada. I don't know how, I want to see as much of Toronto as I can. So even though I'm staying in this general area, I think that'll be nice to, you know, explore maybe another area or something tonight. So we'll see what we get up to. But for right now, I'm going to be actually probably in that bed over there, just chilling. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit. This is so pretty up here. We're up like on the top floor, which is where the pool is behind me. But look at this view. This is really cool.
Drew, you know, I was shocked. I went and bought a bunch of souvenirs and stuff, and I only up for like $80.
And with that, my Canada experience is coming to a close. I'm back at the hotel. It's like 9 o'clock at night. I think I just showed you the rooftop area with the pool and everything. That was so nice. I wish I would have gone there earlier. But I had a nice dinner tonight with some other people from another dinner theater. And it's been really great to connect, you know, like in terms of my full-time job. It's been great to connect with some other great people and network and all the things. So that's been really fun. It's been a great conference, but I'm glad that I could show you a little bit of Canada. We really did not do too much. I say Canada, and I really mean Toronto, because I know there's so much to do in Canada. And like, this is a city, right? Like, I'm not gonna see a moose and like, what's other stereotypical Canada things. I didn't have maple syrup, but I did have poutine at dinner. Bomb.com. But anyway, this Canada vlog and travel vlog, this is gonna be the end of it. So thank you guys for watching. Hi, I was not expecting to continue this vlog, but unfortunately my flight has been delayed at this moment 8 hours. So I got a late checkout from the hotel and have just been kind of putzing around there and chilling in the room. But now I'm ready for lunch. And I went to the bar, but they didn't have a lot of options. So I politely was like, okay, well, where would you recommend going? And he recommended to just kind of walk down this way. Sorry, how rude of this bus. So I left my, oh, hopefully you can hear me. This is so rude. I left my, there's a ton of restaurants here, so I'm sure one of these will work. But I left my bags with reception at the hotel, and I'm just kind of gonna walk and find some food. It's kind of rainy here, and it may be a long day. The flight was like delayed an hour, then it was delayed 2 hours, then it was delayed 4 hours, then it was 7. Now it's like 8, so that's super fun. But hopefully we are close to, or hopefully this is it now. So still a couple more hours to just maybe get some work done. I have my laptop, so we'll see what we get up to and if we get any good food. So we're just wandering. I'm trying to find a thing called Graffiti Alley. I don't think this is it, but this is literally an alley with graffiti. It just like seems like a cool thing, but I'm recording so that if someone jumps me or something, like this is a very, seems like a, but like look, I feel like I found it. Look at this. We're gonna just walk around this area. I feel like maybe it's just all over this area, but I'm like, when in Toronto, might as well walk around a little bit. So I'll show you what I find. I think we found it. I think we found Graffiti Alley. This will be cool just to kind of walk around and take a look for a little bit. Yeah, this is cool. It's just a whole like area of alleys and streets with tons of beautiful artwork and things. Wow, this one's cool. This whole building. It's all like under the sea. So all of a sudden, I was like a 20-minute walk from the hotel. I was like, excuse me. So I'm walking back. It's been like a long couple days, so my feet are feeling the pace, but we are headed back. So all of a sudden, like I said, I was 20 minutes walk from the hotel. But then also, all of a sudden, I didn't feel too safe. I was like, oh, I'm in some like sketchy alleys alone. At least it was day, like it was fine, but I was like, okay, abort mission. Let's figure out where we are. And I was in just like a unique part of town with some unique stores and things. And I was like, okay, let's head back to the bougie hotel because I'm bougie on a budget. We all know it. Anyway, I am now, like this is my view. We are walking back into the heart of Toronto. I mean, I don't know if that's true. The heart of Toronto could be 5 miles away, but the heart of where I've been the last couple of days. And then we may, honestly, I'll probably take a moment at the hotel bar to just like get a glass of water and just kind of relax for a moment. But then we may head to the airport and see if we can get in like a lounge situation. You know, why not? So that is our journey. All right, so what a process. They're not giving me anything. They gave me a $20 food voucher. I'm gonna, once I get home and back, then I'll fight for all the compensation and stuff, because did you know, legally, if an airline delays a certain amount, they owe you money, compensation. So we'll fight for that later. But anyway, we just stopped at some restaurant to use our $20 voucher, get a drink. Not like an alcoholic drink. I just need like a nice Diet Coke or something. And then our flight is set to depart in about an hour and a half, so not too bad. We're getting close.
We will commence the general boarding for Dallas flight 1111. We do ask that you take a look at your boarding.
It's happening. We're back at the Philly airport, walking past the exact place we did the other day. I have things I want to talk about, but I'm gonna probably do that tomorrow. I want to close out the vlog then and touch on if your flight is delayed, what you're compensated to and things like that. I have kind of submitted a claim with American Airlines because I think that I'm entitled to some compensation for the long delay. And that's not just my belief. There's actually laws in place and policies depending on what airline you're using. So anyway, we'll talk about that though later. Right now, I still gotta get a shuttle to my car and then do like an hour, 45-minute drive home. So I'll close this out tomorrow. All right, it is much later on now, and I'm not as angry maybe as I was. So it ended up being such a long delay, like 8 or 9 hours, and it was like back and forth, right? Like originally it was pushed 8 hours, then it was like, oh, maybe it'll only be 5 hours. Oh, just kidding, it's like 9 now. Oh, wait, maybe it'll be 6. So I was just sitting at the airport for a while because I also didn't really know that. Like if they bumped the flight back to 8 o'clock at night, let's say, they still technically could push it forward and be like, actually, we're ready, so let's start boarding right now. So if your flight's delayed, as nice as it may be to just kind of stay in a fun location, sometimes you may just want to get to the airport because you don't really know when they're gonna really take off. Sorry, this angle is not the best, but I'm editing the vlog, so I wanted to close it out. Basically, long story short, with compensation, just Google it because every airline has different policies and even different countries. So because it was a flight from Canada, I'm entitled to a certain amount based on Canadian law. So if your flight is delayed or canceled or you're denied boarding, there's different rules in place. And so you just want to Google it. So for mine, I Googled like American Airlines delayed flight compensation. And then Canadian laws came up since I was in Canada. America, I don't think, has as many laws right now, but somebody on our plane said that they're working on that. So anyway, so just Google it. And, you know, you don't have to, but it was just, I was really disappointed, to be honest, with how American Airlines handled the situation. Not a lot of communication. Not even everybody got the $20 food voucher that I got. And I feel like we were entitled to way more than 20. Like, what can you get for $20? But anyway, I digress. We made it through. And as a reminder, ARB parking or whatever they're called in Philadelphia, no, you are not to use that. They were trash. I ended up waiting like an hour for a shuttle. But let's stop talking negatively. Overall, this was such a great trip. I'd love to go back to Canada. It didn't really feel like a foreign country. Like it felt very familiar. Everybody spoke English. And the city itself, you just felt like you were in an American city that was clean. It was very clean though. And so I'd love to go back and explore a different area of Canada. And maybe I've heard like Quebec City is really cool because you feel like you're in the French kind of area. I'm dying to see Niagara Falls one day, but anyway. I had a great time. I'm so thankful that I got to go on this trip for my full-time job, but still get a little bit of travel and fun out of it. So I also want to remind you that I am a travel agent. So yes, I do focus in Disney and Universal and cruises, but if you want to go somewhere else, send me a message and I will help you if I can, or if I'm not an expert on that location or work with a company in that location, I will pass you off to somebody who is. So it's free, it doesn't cost you anything, and you can have some expert advice. So just a reminder about that, but I think that's all. Thank you guys for watching this fun Canada vlog, and I'll see you guys next time. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more of my videos, you can hit that subscribe button. And remember to plan your truth so that you can live your truth. Thanks so much.